The rising cost of coffee because of droughts in Brazil, labor shortages. There was a dip in demand, but we're also seeing, of course, as the economy reawakens, a lot more people wanting coffee, especially coffee bought out at a retail environment. Let's talk about this as well. Climate change an issue tying into this. A commodity costing more. What are the implications, Sharina?
Well, Canadians love their coffee. If anything, we are one of the most top caffeinated countries in the world. And for that reason, this is something that we should wake up and really take notice of. And yes, it is related to prolonged droughts, not only in Brazil, but in many of the countries that typically would harvest the coffee bean. And this also trickles into chocolate as well. So we are seeing climate change affect some of the reliable supply chains to otherwise keep us up and awake throughout the day.
And the idea around this is that coffee is bought in 3 to 6 month to year sort of tranches. So it isn't going to happen all at once, but the rude awakening is coming, and they can see that this is coming already because of the lack of product out there. Elmer, what do you make of this?
Well, this is there's a long-term secular trend for coffee consumption. Coffee is good for you. The positive angle to the coffee industry is you see the third world countries now being extremely industrialized. You see China and India coming on board, and coffee is a Western luxury item that's available to the masses. And so you're now going to see the massive proliferation of coffee shops like we have in North America go right through China. So you see the demand will never decline, and the supply of coffee land or arable land for coffee is going to stay the same or kind of flatten out. So you're going to see prices for coffee for all of us going up in the next little while, for a very long time, actually.
So is there an investment opportunity here? What does this mean for people who potentially want to make money in the commodities market? Sharina, you're saying chocolate too? Say it ain't so.
Well, it is very much looking at how our climate patterns are going to shift where there can be that really rich land necessary in order to cultivate coffee or cocoa beans. So that's not necessarily a case where it disappears, but it's shifting. So there could be opportunities of looking at different opportunities in terms of the location, but also new processes that may be available in order to really maximize the production capabilities of our coffee industry.
And as you say, Elmer, a Western addiction, but something that in recent years has really taken off in Asia as well, and that's not slowing down.
No, absolutely not. And I think that's, like I said, this trend is a long, long trend. And it's not just the coffee. Somehow coffee's turned into a cultural item. Much more than tea, for example. So people sit down. It's a place to do business. It's a way to shake hands and do transaction. It's a way to have first dates. So coffee in itself is a cultural aspect that's spreading right across the globe, and it will continue. And I suspect that the Starbucks and McDonald's and everybody else will take a huge amount of value. And I'm hoping that the farmers get some value out of this, because that's been the real issue going in the past.
Okay. Keeping our eyes on it all, the job market, the coffee market, all of that. But that is it for this weekend's business panel. Sharina Hussain, lawyer and founder of Academic Collaboration Consulting, and Elmer Kim, president of Euclid, a private investment company. Thanks as always, guys, for joining us.